What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be talking about the importance of defining goals in your life and ultimately how that is going to make you a not only more efficient person but a happier person at the end of the day. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. And also, you can wait till the end of the video, but I'd love to start a discussion in the comments about, this topic, what I'm going to be talking about, and just hear your opinion on that. So once you get done with the video, I'd really appreciate it if you also drop the comment below. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, what is more important between objective and subjective goals. So for example, an objective goal is something like, for all you runners out there, breaking 4 minutes in the mile could be an objective goal. Like whenever you do it, you will know because, it's measured. A subjective goal would be something like happiness. It's kind of an opinion and it's kind of, can't really measure it. So in this video, I'm just gonna speak on objective and subjective goals and which one is more important to focus on. And also just having like a vision for your future and defining concrete goals that you can pursue every day. Like I said, first, let's talk about objective and subjective goals. An objective goal is just something that can be measured. It's tangible. It's like, you will definitely know whenever you achieve it. For example, an objective goal of mine is to break 4 minutes in the mile. There will be no debate. There will be no opinions whenever I do it. It's just gonna be like an objective thing because it's either true or false. A subjective goal, for example, would be something like happiness, where it's kind of like an opinion. Some people measure happiness in different ways, and it's really up to the individual to decide whether or not they have achieved happiness. This video is probably just gonna end up being a rant, but that is kind of the outline of the video. So personally, and I don't think it's gonna be the same for all of you guys watching, and I don't think it should be, but personally, I prefer to set long-term objective goals and focus on those rather than focus on subjective goals. And I'll tell you why. So in setting goals, I don't really think short-term. I think that's kind of a dangerous trap that you can fall into. It's important to think about things like that, but I don't think you should invest all of your energy and time into short-term things. For example, in 1 week, if you want to lose like 5 pounds and you only lose 3, I think you kind of lose focus of the bigger picture because that might actually demotivate you and draw you away from the big goal, which is probably, losing 30 pounds or something like that. The truth is, you made progress towards that large goal. The main reasons I prefer long-term goals. However, for the objective part of it, subjective goals, I struggle because I thrive whenever I see physical progress and I see measured progress, if that makes sense. But if I were to set one of my goals to be happiness, I would never really know if I have it. I would never know, if I wake up in the morning, I wouldn't be able to ask myself, okay, how can I be happier today? How can I make this goal of happiness and work on it today? And it's not like I don't want to be happy. I'm an extremely happy person right now, but I don't really chase happiness. Not directly anyway. I think those subjective destinations are byproducts of pursuing and achieving the more verifiable and concrete goal. And the reason I feel that way is because for all of you runners out there, have you ever ran a personal best after weeks or months or years of training? I bet whenever that happened, you were extremely happy and excited. Along the way, there are probably a lot of times that you experience happiness as well, whether it be in the form of, good workouts or fun runs with friends, awesome sunrises or good music or anything else like that. And that personal best was an objective goal, yet along the way you experienced that happiness which so many people do want. The reason I like objective goals is because personally I can wake up every morning with direction. I know what the mission for the day is, I know why I'm doing it, and I know what the bigger picture is, and I'm not just wandering around life waiting for fulfillment to punch me in the face. Some people legit wake up like it's an accident. Some people, if they didn't have structured systems like school or corporate jobs where someone tells them what to do and provides them with a structure for their life, then they would legit probably sleep all day or just watch TV or just have a really low quality of life. And that's exactly how it is if you don't have a vision for your future. And that's kind of the system we grow up in. They kind of provide you with that vision, and it's good for a lot of people. I love to have this out-of-body experience every day where I just remember that I am me. I am alive, and for all I know, I only get to do this life thing once. I will never be a toddler again. I will never be an awkward 13-year-old boy again. I will never be the person I was yesterday again. I will never be able to live in the form of my past self. And so I want to ensure that the things that I'm doing today will absolutely be things that my future self can thank me for. My future self wants to be a really good athlete. My future self wants to have a career that he loves and wake up happy every day. My future self wants to have a wife and kids that can rely on me for support. He wants to be financially free to do whatever he wants. He wants to have a nice house with nice cars and eat nice food with a nice wife and kids, go on nice vacations and travel to nice places. You know, my future self wants what I currently don't have. And so I take action. Because one day, believe it or not, I'm going to be my future self. And so are you. And we will either have and be and do the things that we dreamed of, or we won't. And that's up to us today. You know, a lot of people are unhappy with their job or unhappy with their performance in sports or unhappy with school and their grades. You name it. A lot of people are unhappy. And what astonishes me the most is those same people that claim that they want, you know, to get a promotion or qualify for the state meet or get a 4.0 GPA or make more money or anything like that. Those same people that claim those things, you know, when they get their free time, they spend it doing things that have no relation to their claims, and they spend their time doing, you know, like watching TV or playing games or going to parties or doing this and that. All the things that do not contribute or even make it more difficult to achieve those things. And I'm not saying you shouldn't relax or do things that you enjoy and make you happy, but when you make excuses and complain that you hate your job or you can't break your personal best or you can't lose weight or school is so hard, and then you aren't even willing to work on those things in your free time, I don't feel sorry for you. Even though it may not be too enjoyable to hear, we are who we are by choice. The late Zig Ziglar, an amazing speaker, in one talk he said, "I was overweight for the majority of my life by choice. Because I choose to eat too much today, I choose to weigh too much tomorrow." We have the choice to construct our lives every day, and I think that defining your goals will allow you to bring structure to your everyday life, and, you know, focusing on that will ultimately allow you to manifest the things that you want. I don't know, I guess the principle behind this video is just like, define what you want, bring framework to your life, and I think it makes you happier. It's really just a rant, but honestly, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. What is your opinion on happiness? Is it more important to focus on objective, subjective goals? What are some of your goals? Leave them in the comments. I'm really interested to hear that. Let's start a conversation below. So yeah, that was just something on my mind, so I thought I would talk about it. Love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for 6,000 subscribers, and I will see you next time. Peace out.